The content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and do not necessarily reflect the view and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees.
Hi, my name is Philip Colcord. I'm the president of Fraternal Order Police Evergreen Lodge 1 here in Kitsap County. This is our outreach show. This show today is a special. We're interviewing two actresses from the Kitsap Children Musical Theater. They've been performing for a few years, and they're going to tell you about the theater, which a lot of people in the community don't know that is here, but they do 2 to 4 productions every year, and there are Broadway shows that they do, and they're quite good at it. So let me introduce you here. I have Eva, and hi Eva, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Can you tell me a little about yourself?
I am a freshman in high school. My name is Eva Clement. I have been in KCMT for 3 years, and I am currently playing the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, and that's the one you're in production right now that you're working on?
Yes, yeah.
And then our second guest is Rose. Tell us a little about yourself, Rose.
My name is Rose Clement, and I am playing an apple tree for our production of The Wizard of Oz, and yeah.
Oh, good. So, and how long have you been with them?
I have also been doing 3 years.
3 years too?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you guys have been in quite a few plays over the years, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is our 6th.
Yes.
6th
You
play.
remember which ones, or a couple of them?
Yes. The first show we have done was Elf the Musical, and then Shrek the Musical, Bye Bye Birdie, The Little Mermaid, and now The Wizard of Oz.
Well, we did Bye Bye Birdie, The Little Mermaid, then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and now Wizard of Oz. It's hard to keep track.
Well, good. Yeah, that's quite a few. So, besides from acting, what opportunities does KCMT or do you get with that? I want to say that again. It's Kitsap Children Musical Theater, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You call it KCMT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what opportunities do you get from that?
Usually it's really nice because you can get singing, acting, and dancing, and teen directing, and it's just a really fun place to hang out, and yeah.
And like teens and people can learn how to make costumes and build sets and props and help out with that. A lot of volunteer work, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's all volunteers, isn't it?
Yes.
That work there?
Yeah.
And it has been in existence for 25 years this year, I think.
Yes.
That's
25.
a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know if you've been there when they started, you'd be a lot older.
Yeah. We would have graduated by then. It's you graduate from KCMT your senior year.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I think you can come back to volunteer.
Yeah, you can
sometimes.
come back to volunteer.
I think they have some people come back and work.
Yeah, for like summer camps and stuff.
Well, you got all that experience. You can share it with the younger ones. And that's good too.
Yeah.
So, how do you get interested in this? How did you find out about it?
Well, how we found out about it was we had friends who did Oliver, and then we wanted to join after that, but then COVID hit.
Yeah.
But then when we heard they were doing Elf the Musical, we were like, oh, we got to do it. It's an amazing musical. So we went and did that, and our brother actually got Buddy, his first show, which was pretty amazing.
Oh.
We were elves in that show.
Well, you work your way up, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And isn't it true that you get they put more than one person, numerous persons for one position. So you get to
Yeah.
rotate. That's really
Yeah.
neat. Instead of being the leading man or leading lady,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get to share that with other people, so
Yeah.
they get to experience that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's really nice because, like, when we're doing our actual shows, it's nice so you can get a break and then you can watch, like, a different cast do it, like, the same show, and, like, you can see what they're doing, so then you can try to get better.
Yeah, I would think it
stuff.
really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never heard of that before, them doing that. That's a really good concept, I
Yeah.
think.
It's also nice because everyone has a good chance of being able to get a part that they think they'd be good at.
Yeah. Because there's like 4 times the chance to
Yeah.
get whatever you're going for.
Well, that's good, I know back when I was in school, sports, you'd have 4 chances to sit on the bench and maybe you get off and they let you play, but it'd only be for a short time because they only want the very best, which how do you get to be good if you don't get
Yeah.
to practice and watch other people? You can learn from that too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. How would someone that's interested in become involved?
Well, you could check out our website, kcmt.org, and you could register for a show. I think you can
Register,
Yeah.
and when you register, it's usually about 1 month before auditions start. So yeah.
so usually it's parents doing a lot of the volunteer work. I mean, a bunch of teens like myself do some of it sometimes, but parents do a lot of the heavy lifting. So I would say a good way to get involved would just to get your kid in it, and then you can help us
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, well, and I think it says it on your website that if you come out for an audition, they'll give you a job somewhere in the show.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No one's turned away.
Yeah.
No, everybody gets in. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how good you are, you're always going to get in,
Yeah.
whether you're a lead or chorus.
Yeah.
And you do, it's a musical, so you learn all aspects of music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singing, dancing, so forth. Yeah, that's really cool. Does KCMT, I'm not good on initials, I keep messing them up. KCMT do anything besides shows?
Well, they do. Well, most of the stuff we do is centered around the shows, but they
Yeah.
do summer camps, which neither of us have ever been to one. But this year, I am volunteering to be a counselor at them. But it's where they let kids come for about a week, from 9 to 3, and we write a show and then cast the kids, and we perform it all in a week's time. And yeah, that's a really good opportunity, something we do other than the main show.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with graduating KCMT, there are these shows performed by our Encore production team where it's 16 and up can perform at these shows that are kind of based around KCMT. They can do more mature shows,
Yeah.
I'll say that,
Okay.
which we can't because we have, a lot of much younger kids.
Yeah.
But the last one they did was
Grease musical.
Grease the musical, and that was really fun to watch because they're all older and more experienced. I mean, not saying we're not experienced.
Just they have more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun seeing the people we've known who've graduated in another show.
Yeah, well, the more you do something, the better you get at it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't expect to be as good as someone that's been doing it 10 years, unless they're really bad, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. What are well, you already told us the productions you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with the one you're doing now, The Wizard of Oz, how many hours go into working to make that show before you go on stage? A whole bunch, I bet, huh?
Yeah, definitely a lot.
You have practice how often?
Usually throughout the week we practice on Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Fridays for some people, and then our big day for rehearsals are on Saturday, where we can get the whole cast to do songs, dances, and blocking.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We typically practice before a show like 3 to 4 months. So yeah, a lot of hours.
And then you do, right before the show, you do dress rehearsals?
Yes.
Yeah.
And before that, are you trying to figure out what you're going to wear? How the costumes?
Yeah, usually throughout the whole show, they try to get people to try on their costumes, and then we do run-throughs at the place where we practice, and then we go to the actual theater, so then we can do our dress rehearsals, and each cast does their own dress rehearsal, and then usually like a few days after the dress rehearsals, we start our first show.
Okay. And your shows, are they at the auditorium there at North Kitsap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a neat place.
Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of KCMT? I'll ask each one of you.
Oh, goodness. Honestly, I would say lately, my favorite part has been getting to do teen volunteering. I am one of the few people who get to direct scenes. I get to block some of them. I've blocked like 3 scenes. Like one of them I collaborated with another teen director on. But yeah, that's probably been my favorite part so far, is helping the kids learn how to do the stuff that I've learned and am learning to do as well, you know? It's nice to be able to
Pass down the knowledge.
pass on the knowledge.
Yeah, that's true. You pass them on to me right now. What does block mean?
Blocking is like where you move on stage. Like I tell people like where you're gonna stand, how you're gonna get on, how you're gonna get off, where you say your lines.
Yeah, what are you doing?
How fast.
No.
But a lot of times it's mainly helped by the actors acting themselves, you know? So sometimes I'm like, you know what? Do what you're gonna do with the more experienced ones.
The better they are at it, I'm sure too.
Yeah.
Okay, Rose, what about you?
I definitely think one of my favorite parts about KCMT is probably getting to make so many fun friends that hopefully you'll get to have for a lifetime, and just learning how to sing and dance and act, which will probably help you in like the future. So it's just really fun to like see yourself grow in confidence and just make a lot of friends.
That's cool. That's really good. Yeah, it's nice they have a place like that where you can go and do that and also have fun while you're learning. You know, that's outstanding. We'll start with you this time, Rose. What has been your favorite role?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I have had some bigger roles and smaller roles, but I think my favorite role has been Miss Green from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not a lot of people know who she is, but she sells fruit and chocolate and stuff. It's this whole thing. But in a part of the show, she sells Charlie a chocolate bar, which gives him the golden ticket. So, yeah.
Oh, cool. And how about you?
Well, mine's a pretty small role. It was only from my second show. But in Shrek, they have all the fairy tale creatures who were cast into Shrek's swamp. And I was Peter Pan of them. And I think that was my favorite role just because we were only in like 2 or 3 scenes in that show, the whole chorus was, so a lot of the main 3, but I just bonded with a lot of people that show because we were in the green room so much. We were just like waiting for our scenes together.
Yeah.
And it was, again, my second show, so I made the most friends that show, and it was just
cool.
really fun.
It gave you good memories.
Yeah.
We touched on this a little bit, but parents get involved.
Yes.
They get involved all through every part of it, right?
Yeah, parents and grandparents and sometimes siblings, they usually try to do about 50 hours of volunteering for each family, and they can help build sets, props, costumes, and hair and makeup, and it's very helpful for KCMT since it's all volunteering.
Yeah, I can see where that would be very vital.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good. And I can tell, the next question I ask, I can tell right now, the question is, how do you feel about that involvement with the shows? You both probably think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely really fun.
Really fun.
Yeah, always keeps us occupied.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, being homeschooled, we don't
Go a lot of places.
go a lot of places, or we don't see people every day, but with KCMT, we're able to see people like
A lot more.
every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You gotta, it builds your social life so that,
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't have many friends before I joined KCMT,
Yeah.
but everybody there's just so friendly, and yeah.
well, you all have the same goal. You're all
Yeah.
working for the same thing, and so
Yeah.
that makes collaboration, puts you together, and makes you bond better, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And I got this off of the website, and I think it describes your I don't know why I do bad with initials. KCMT, yeah. To aspire excellence in music, drama, and dance. We agree with that?
Try to be as professional as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to find value in the potential of every child. That's good. That's not done enough today. To be fair and respectful in everything we do. I can see where that could be competition between somebody, and you have to, they go this time, I go next time, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's everyone needs to learn that. To participate together toward the same goal and strengthen family bonds. Well, from what I've heard from you guys and you all became a family,
Yeah.
and that's cool. That's neat. I'm using that word too much today. I don't know why. To provide all children the opportunity to grow in safe and challenging and supportive environment. Sounds like it, huh?
Yeah.
To produce great experience that will create memories and friendships that last a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
I did say
Yeah.
that.
To value the partnership and relationships we foster with other organizations in the community. And to understand the community's culture is defined by the arts available and the people that produce it. And yet, you get right down to it in life, feelings and music and art is what makes us strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about your experiences there.
Ooh, well, we've definitely made a lot of great memories.
Yeah.
There's been there have been some more harder shows than others in terms of singing and dancing. As I said, Shrek was pretty easy because we were only in
A few
2 scenes. But Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was really hard.
This show is also pretty hard, especially for you, I feel like, because, I mean, since you're the Wicked Witch, you're a pretty
you're the
big
nemesis.
part.
Yeah. Still trying to get the voice down, you know?
Do they make you wear a funny nose?
Thankfully not.
She's gonna have to be like completely green though.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
you can
a
be
lot of face
green.
paint, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you do in that show?
In that show, I am an apple tree and a beautician in Oz, and I am also, me and Eva are both dancers, where everyone dances in the show, but there's also that we call dancers who do like harder dances than the chorus because the chorus is younger. So they have like 6 or 5 people in each cast doing harder dances. So we always meet on Fridays to learn the harder dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, with dancers, it's not even just about talent. It's also about, like, what you're doing in the show. If you're, like, doing a lot, then sometimes they'll be like, you don't need more on your plate. Or you can say, I don't want to be a dancer. I don't have time for that or whatever.
So it's good you have your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're running out of time, so each of you tell me something that we haven't said that you might want to say about the show or about the program.
Well, it was founded by our lovely director, Miss Kirby Chris, and her and our other 2 directors, Miss Karen and Miss Shauna. I don't know their last names, actually.
I don't either.
I should. Anyway.
Yeah.
And they're just lovely directors, so fun to work with.
Yeah.
Miss Kirby's teaching me how to do the directing and stuff. And they just, they run this organization with the help of many other people as well.
Yeah, and it's really nice to have directors who care about you and how the show's going, and that they're nice and that they give you really good feedback and they're not saying in like a hurtful way. So it's nice to have really good supporting directors and make it as fun as they can for us to learn so we don't get bored and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good and nice to hear that it's not about, it's about the bonding that you can do and what you can learn. And that's great. You know, too much in life is about competition.
Yeah.
And sadly, competition a lot of times is more hurtful and doesn't accomplish the goals that you accomplish with the way you're being treated there and what you're doing.
Yeah.
So keep it up. And like I said, I can put in my resume now, I interviewed 2 actresses, Broadway, that put on Broadway plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah, I won't mention New York.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank you both for coming. And if you guys or someone else on your staff wants to come talk to us, what we should do is get one of your supervisors, put them in the hot seat. You know? And have to do as good as you. You guys did good. Thank you very much. And just sit here for a minute while I say goodbye to everybody. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. I want to thank you for our show and for coming here to see it. And we'll have more shows down the road. So take care, stay safe, and if you get a chance, go see Kitsap Children's Musical Theater. And their next show is The Wizard of Oz, and it's going to be coming out. When's it coming out?
Ooh,
June 12th through, I believe, the 29th.
Okay. June 12th through the 29th, and it'll be at the auditorium there at North Kitsap School. And thank you for coming, and we'll see you down the road for another show. Have fun and stay safe out there.